What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So I was watching this construction owner talk about his employees, right? He's talking about his employees. So he talks about all the bull crap that his employees pull. And he was on TikTok this morning and he was talking about how they have a roof job that they need to get done on the weekend, and he's willing to pay all the guys overtime to knock it out this weekend and get it done. And there was one guy that said that he would come in, and it takes a tribe. One guy said that he would take all the overtime, and then he was MFing his staff and crew, and you should have heard all the excuses. And being a manager or an owner or a supervisor, you kind of hear all the bull crap excuses that you get from your employees. One said it was his cat's birthday. I've heard that. Cat died, my bird died, my dog died, or whatever the case may be. My wife's taking me out for my birthday. I'm going to be watching football all weekend. And then in the end of his video, he starts to tell them, you're never going to retire working a 40-hour work week. You're never going to get ahead. You're always going to have excuses. The money doesn't come all the time, and that's the truth. Money doesn't come all the time. So when there's opportunities, we need to seize those opportunities. And April and I were saying that I only know a few people who will grind out and take as many hours they can get. They're the smart ones. We have a friend of ours, Bruce, that we work on his car, and he's a truck driver, and he says the same thing. He's an older guy. When they throw out overtime at his work, everybody says no, and then he winds up picking up all the extra overtime work for weeks and weeks and weeks. Smart man. He always has plenty of extra money. He doesn't sweat spending it or going on vacation or have to call somebody and said, my bird died and I need to borrow some money to have it cremated and all this stuff. Smart planners. So it's ironic how horrible it is for us to have to deal with employees like that. He also did another video talking about the employee, this is a construction worker employee, that he's measuring out a job, and he says, hey, I need you to cut me a 2x4, 14.2 inches or whatever the case may be. And the kid's standing over there, or the guy standing over there texting on his phone. He's like, yo, we're at work. And he's still texting on his phone. He's like, I said, cut me a board. He's like, well, I don't have a tape measure. He's like, well, that's your job to have a tape measure. Every contractor has a tape. He's like, well, I don't have a pencil either. He's like, well, every contractor. He goes, where's your utility belt with all your tools? Oh, I left it at home. It's just ridiculous, and it's only a matter of time before those people get the, and then he said another scenario, he's like, we get in early to get out early. We don't walk in at 8 o'clock or 8:15 and try and get the job done and leave early. You have to come in early to get the job done early. You're getting paid for that. Just the whole aspect of the employee bullcrap. And then he said another thing, he's standing around vaping on a construction site, and then he said, dude, you can't be standing on a construction site in a building vaping. It's no smoking. He's like, you're going to get us in trouble for OSHA. And the dude just looked at him. He's like, the door's not hung right. There's too much of this over here and this over there, and that's not done right, and this is not safe. And you're standing around banging on your vape? Crazy. Thanks for watching.